Yeah, I wanted to talk a couple of minutes about the Religious Freedom Amendment also. This is something that has been proposed by Representative Istook from Oklahoma and is quickly going to be coming up for a vote in the House in Congress. And I think it's imperative that all non-Christians be very concerned about this proposed amendment and exactly what it means and what it can enable certain religious people and organizations and individuals to do is scary. I really honestly think that we have enough religious freedom in the United States as it is under our Constitution, and that the Constitution does not need to be messed with in this respect. To increase religious freedom for some and decrease it for others is definitely not a good idea, I don't think, especially with the Constitution. It's a very important document. But the Religious Freedom Amendment, you know, it's a copycat version of the RFRA, Religious Freedom Restoration Amendment, and that was struck down by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. So I can fairly easily predict that the RFA is going to be struck down one way or another, and if it has to be at the state level, then it will be, but it's unconstitutional the way it's written and self-contradictory, besides being unnecessary. So that is my comment. Did you guys have any comment on the RFA, or?
It appears to me that the RFA's sole purpose in life is just to get prayer into schools. Yeah. That's its main goal. And you know, what's stopping them? If you want to pray in school, pray. Yeah. There's nobody's going to tell you you can't pray. We just don't want any government agency or schools or something enforcing a particular religion in the United States, that'd be Christianity, upon us. And I'm not a Christian. I've never been a Christian. I'm not going to become a Christian, and I don't want you to tell me that I have to. And if that offends people, sorry. That's the way I feel. I've always been, the way I think is the way I think, and it's always been that way. It's always going to be that way.
All right. You have one opinion on that too?
Well, a lot of people would point out that, you know, there are plenty of schools that wouldn't enforce Christianity, but it's simply by the fact that, you know, everybody around you, whoever is, just simply by not praying, you're pointed out as a non-Christian, and it'd probably bring up all kinds of discussions in class and controversy when, you know, kids should just be learning. You know, it doesn't need to be brought up at all. Schools are fine the way they are.
Yeah. Now, I definitely think things like public schools are not the place for religion, although you can already do that. You can already pray to yourself individually without harming anybody else all day long if you want. There are no laws against private prayer anywhere, anytime, and there never should be. You know, we totally support a person's right to be religious or to not be. And when the government has to step in, you know something's wrong. First of all, because reality will not need government support, especially in the way of tax dollars, especially if a lot of those tax dollars come from millions of non-believing atheist Americans, and they are out there. It's important to understand that. There are millions of us. So, let's move on.